First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Zach Cunningham.
Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Newton. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Flushed out right. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. First carry for Darius Geis, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
He was brought down by
that play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Come on.
It's a gain of 9. First down, New Orleans. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 23. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Back to Taylor on first down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He was brought down by Alexander Johnson. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Here's Newton. Off to Geis on the screen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Newton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Good.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Hey, alert! 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 Jump!
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Complete.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. at the 28-yard.
Here's Garoppolo tossing quickly out wide. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints 7, Bears nothing.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
11. Hey, gun.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He'll get this to Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Down at the 12-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd and 4, they could still get a 1st down without scoring.
Hey, gun.
On the give, this is Eckler. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Darren Lee.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go.
Try to punch it in with Eckler. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Here's a quick throw right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Randy Bullock.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Taylor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
20.
First and 10, Taylor now. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Eric Armstead brought him down. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now Newton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
Their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Eckler. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Garoppolo. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton.
Oh!
This one caught by Isabella. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop at 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Newton.
I keep throwing it to the wrong man. What am I doing?
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Wow. I keep throwing it to the wrong damn guy. Choking.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. final shot before the break. Newton able to find Isabella.
Come on,
He's
Isabella.
got this to the 30 before being taken down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Ball at the 23, second and 8. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Going on the ground with Eckler, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
The ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Second and 8 coming up.
13. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So first and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch safety quick. 65. Safety's quick. Hey, gun.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Ball carrier.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 9-yard line.
Here is Hector. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The ball carrier.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the 29, Newton. He finds an opening past the 40. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Saints.
Here we go. You get it? Whip. Watch the whip. Hey!
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The shotgun snap for Newton. And
oh my God!
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
No!
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Gun. Check. 59.
To throw again. Newton. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Saints first down.
Now Newton on first down. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
At the 19-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down at 4.
20.
Now a give to Taylor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
At the Bears' 7-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. 28.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And this one through the uprights and good.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this carries into the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Spawn, 21. Here we go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Shit. I got this. Me. I got this.
Now a give running left is Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Once more, here's Eckler. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got nothing. Undercrush.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Austin Eckler.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and 12.
21.
To throw is Garoppolo. And
Come
this
on.
one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
21.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21.
But it's 4th down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Bullock missed it. No good. Line to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over.
20.
Now it's Newton. This one caught by Ridley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
New Orleans.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Geis. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that time out to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
20.
Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
For Baltimore.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
2nd down and 8. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Ooh, come on,
and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
First down, Baltimore.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
By Isaiah Rodgers.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and 2. Here's a give to Dobbins. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Good strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their 1st-round pick, number 13 overall, to get him from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Ball carrier.
They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the Ravens strike first at 3's head. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Taylor in the ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Looking for a kick. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Second and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier. Danico Autry on the stop. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
The offense retains possession.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Home side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Ball carrier.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Jonathan Taylor.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, easy, easy. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball? Hey, Red Delta!
Rivers. This will be caught just inside the 10. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
A gain of 4 yards.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The return man, Chris Moore. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now Jackson on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing: take care of the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And this will be caught by Brown.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Raven first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup there. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
15-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Again, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They go screen. This is Ingram. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Second and 11. Jackson will throw again.
Look
trying for
this.
Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Kenny Moore. Jackson's pass intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Rivers. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 48 to Mike. Load it. Load it. You gon' take. You got take. Wait, 89.
Throwing Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Safety's creeping. Alpha! 48's the mic. Check, 48's the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Orange
On first down, Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Rivers over the middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
First down, Baltimore.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Jackson on 3rd down. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
Man, I'm just getting down.
Offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now left side on the swing pass. No gain, and it's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. Catch made here by Campbell. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
The 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rivers now. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. They'll throw again. Rivers. And the catch made by Hilton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Look
for the
at that.
3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And a Raven first down.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Here we go. Ozzy. Select.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
It's 2nd down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
He is on that, though. I cannot come out that pocket.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And no, it's incomplete. Getting in there to break that one up, Rocky Sin. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the Ravens' 21-yard line.
Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late.
A 36-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards.
21 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up.
They run once more with Taylor. And some room to work. And he is finally brought down at the Raven 17-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. 30 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as